Matthew Bevan and Richard Pryce seemed like ordinary young men. Bevan, 21, lived with his parents in Wales. Pryce, 17, was still in school. But behind their unassuming facades, these two shared a secret: they were skilled hackers. In the late 1990s, internet was still a new frontier. It was a wild west of unexplored territory and few rules. Bevan and Pryce, using the online handles Coogee and Disstream Cowboy, found thrill in this digital playground. They weren't motivated by money or malice. Their hacking was about the challenge, the thrill of access, the satisfaction of outsmarting the system. Little did they know, their curiosity would soon have global consequences. Bevan and Pryce's hacking spree took them deep into military networks, where they navigated through layers of security with surprising ease. They infiltrated US Air Force bases, snooped around the Pentagon, and left digital footprints in some of the most secure systems in the world. Their audacity knew no bounds as they even accessed the computers of the US Navy, uncovering classified information. But it was their foray into the Korean Atomic Research Institute, or KARI, that nearly tipped the world into chaos. This was no ordinary hack. It was a breach into the heart of South Korea's nuclear ambitions. KARI, responsible for South Korea's nuclear research, was a high-value target, holding secrets that could shift the balance of power in the region. Bevan and Pryce, emboldened by their previous successes, breached their systems with alarming ease, bypassing security protocols that were thought to be impenetrable. They downloaded sensitive files, unaware of the potential danger they were unleashing. These files contained information that could have catastrophic consequences if they fell into the wrong hands. Unbeknownst to them, their actions were being monitored. Every keystroke, every download was under the watchful eyes of a not by KARI, but by the American government. The US had been tracking unusual activities and was quick to notice the breach. The US mistook Bevan and Pryce's intrusion for a North Korean cyber attack, a serious escalation in the already tense relations between the two Koreas. This misunderstanding could have led to severe diplomatic consequences. The world held its breath, unaware of how close it was to the brink. The actions of two hackers had nearly sparked an international crisis, a reminder of the fragile nature of global peace. While Pryce enjoyed the challenge of hacking, Bevan had a more specific goal in mind. He was obsessed with UFOs and government conspiracies. He believed that hidden within these secure networks lay the truth about extraterrestrial life. Bevan saw his hacking as a noble pursuit, a quest for knowledge that had been unjustly kept from the public. He was convinced that the US government was hiding evidence of alien life, and was determined to find it. His search led him deeper and deeper into classified networks, each hack bringing him closer to what he believed was the ultimate truth. He was a digital Indiana Jones, hunting for treasure in the virtual catacombs of government databases. But his pursuit of the truth had unintentionally put the world on a knife's edge. The US, convinced North Korea was behind the KARI hack, prepared for retaliation. Tensions on the Korean peninsula soared. The world watched with bated breath, fearing the worst. Meanwhile, Bevan and Pryce remained oblivious to the global panic they had triggered. They continued to explore the digital networks they had infiltrated, unaware that their every keystroke could have ignited a real-world conflict. It was only a matter of time before their actions caught up with them. The US, through their investigations, eventually traced the hack back to the UK, much to their surprise. The supposed North Korean cyber attack was the work of two young men, operating from their bedrooms. The world breathed a collective sigh of relief, the threat of war receding like a receding tide. The Bevan and Pryce case sent shockwaves through the world. It revealed the vulnerability of even the most secure networks to determined individuals. Governments and military organisations had long believed that their systems were impenetrable, protected by firewalls and encryption. Bevan and Pryce, armed with nothing more than their home computers and their technical prowess, had exposed a critical flaw in this assumption. They had proven that no system, no matter how secure, was immune to a well-executed hack. Their actions served as a wake-up call, forcing governments and organisations to rethink their cybersecurity strategies. The digital arms race had begun, with stakes higher than ever before. The world had entered a new era, one where the battleground was not a physical space, but the intangible realm of cyberspace. The immediate aftermath of the Bevan and Pryce case was one of shock and disbelief. The world watched in stunned silence as the details of their actions unfolded, revealing a story that seemed more like a plot from a thriller than real life. How could two young men operating from their bedrooms bring the world to the brink of war? It was a question that baffled experts and laypeople alike, sparking debates and discussions across the globe. The answer was complex, a combination of naivety, curiosity, and a lack of understanding of the potential consequences of their actions. They were driven by a desire to explore the unknown, to push the boundaries of what was possible in the digital realm. Bevan and Pryce, though highly skilled, were still amateurs driven by a thirst for knowledge and the thrill of the challenge. They were not malicious, but their actions had far-reaching implications that they could never have anticipated. They had stumbled into a geopolitical minefield, their actions exposing the fragility of peace in a world increasingly reliant on technology. Their hacking exploits revealed vulnerabilities that many had not even considered. Their story served as a cautionary tale, a reminder that in the digital age, even seemingly insignificant actions could have global repercussions. It highlighted the need for greater awareness and education about the power and potential dangers of technology. The world had been given a glimpse into the future. A future where cyber warfare was no longer the stuff of science fiction, but a very real and present danger. It underscored the importance of cybersecurity and the need for international cooperation to prevent such incidents from escalating into full-blown conflicts. The Bevan and Pryce case was a watershed moment in the evolution of cybersecurity. It highlighted the vulnerability of critical infrastructure to cyber attacks and the potential for global chaos. The incident forced governments and organisations worldwide to acknowledge the very real threat posed by hackers, even those driven by curiosity rather than malice. In the wake of the activity ensued. Governments poured resources into bolstering their cyber defences, strengthening firewalls and implementing stricter security protocols. The private sector, equally alarmed by the potential economic and reputational damage of cyber attacks, followed suit, investing heavily in cybersecurity measures. The Bevan and Pryce case had inadvertently ushered in a new era of cybersecurity awareness. It was a stark reminder that in an increasingly interconnected world, the virtual and the real were inextricably intertwined. Bevan and Pryce's actions, though unintentional in their severity, had significant consequences. They faced the full force of the law, both in the United States and the United Kingdom. The case dragged on for years, a complex legal battle involving extradition requests and international law. Ultimately, both men were convicted of computer crimes and the UK crimes in the UK. They received relatively lenient sentences, a testament to their lack of malicious intent and their cooperation with authorities. However, the experience left an indelible mark on their lives, a constant reminder of the day their curiosity almost plunged the world into darkness. The case served as a stark reminder that in the digital age, ignorance is no excuse for recklessness. The internet, for all its wonders, is a double-edged sword. Despite the notoriety of their actions, Bevan and Pryce managed to rebuild their lives. They became advocates for responsible cybersecurity, using their experiences to educate others about the importance of ethical hacking and the potential consequences of cybercrime. Bevan went on to work as a cybersecurity consultant, leveraging his expertise to help organisations strengthen their defences. Pryce, after completing his education, pursued a career in IT, his skills highly sought after in a world increasingly reliant on technology. Their story, though born from a youthful indiscretion, became a tale of redemption. They used their experiences to make amends for their past mistakes, contributing to a safer and more secure digital world. The Bevan and Pryce case, though decades old, continues to resonate in the world of cybersecurity. It serves as a cautionary tale about the potential consequences of unchecked curiosity and the importance of responsible hacking. Their story is a reminder that the line between exploration and intrusion can be thin, easily crossed in the digital realm. It highlights the need for ethical considerations in hacking, emphasising that even the most skilled individuals must use their powers for good. The legacy of Bevan and Pryce is a complex one, a blend of caution and inspiration. It is a reminder that even in the face of adversity, redemption is possible. The Bevan and Pryce case also highlighted the blurry line between hacktivism and cyberterrorism. Hacktivism, often driven by political or social agendas, aims to expose wrongdoing or promote a cause. Cyberterrorism, on the other hand, seeks to inflict real-world harm, disrupt critical infrastructure, or incite fear. While Bevan and Pryce's actions were not motivated by political or ideological beliefs, their case demonstrated how easily a seemingly harmless hack could be misconstrued, potentially escalating into a global crisis. Their story emphasised the need for clear legal frameworks and international cooperation in addressing cybercrime. It also highlighted the importance of ethical considerations in hacking, urging individuals to consider the potential consequences of their actions. The Bevan and Pryce case marked the beginning of a new era in cybersecurity, an era where the battleground is no longer physical but digital. The digital realm has become the new frontier for conflicts and power struggles. As technology continues to advance at an unprecedented pace, the complexity and scale of cyber threats grow exponentially. So too do the threats to our digital infrastructure. Every new technological innovation brings with it new vulnerabilities. Cyber attacks are becoming increasingly sophisticated, launched by nation-states, criminal organisations, and even rogue individuals, and lone wolf hackers alike. These attackers are constantly evolving their tactics, making it a relentless challenge to defend against them. The motivations behind these attacks vary, ranging from financial gain to political espionage to outright disruption. Some seek to steal sensitive information, while others aim to cripple critical infrastructure. The challenge for cybersecurity professionals is to stay one step ahead of the attackers, anticipating their moves and countering them effectively, constantly evolving their strategies and tools to counter emerging threats. This requires continuous learning, adaptation, and innovation. It is a never-ending battle, a perpetual game of cat and mouse, one that requires constant vigilance, innovation, and international cooperation. Collaboration across borders is essential to build a resilient defence. The legacy of Bevan and Pryce serves as a reminder that the future of cybersecurity depends on our collective efforts to secure our digital world. Only through united efforts can we hope to protect our digital future.